Welcome back. We're the Bourbon Junkies. Today we're going to get into a little list for you.
Yeah, and we're on this set because the other one's already decorated for Advent.
We're shooting Advent, all right? We're getting ready. We're getting ready for you.
Yeah, all right, roll it.
Well, the list is whiskeys we pay more than MSRP for, if you're wondering.
Double roll it.
Now roll it. All right, so Sean and I have each selected 5 whiskeys.
Yep.
Most of them come out actually pretty recently that we would pay
over.
We're not saying secondary, and
Yes.
we're not saying these are all very
But if
extremely
it was
findable.
maybe $20, $50 up or something like that,
Pay a little up.
I'd probably buy some.
Pay a little up.
You know?
There's some of these.
I'm gonna throw some honorable mentions. I'm not gonna put them on the list because everyone would find my house and let it on fire.
Essence Bourbon, was that the honorable mention?
Jack Daniel's 12.
Oh, okay.
Maker's Mark Cellar.
Sure.
13th County Double Oaked.
I think you could have thrown the Cellar Age on the list.
People
I
would
think
be
Cellar Age
very
would-
mad.
Out of those 3, I think Cellar Age is your safest bet.
Yeah, I did not put them on there. I'm gonna put other ones that'll make you mad, but those didn't make my list. Sorry.
This interesting thing about Cellar Age, real quick, you could just go to the distillery every day.
No, it's done.
You go, I know, but for a while.
Oh, yes.
It was like for like 3 weeks you could do it or something
there was
like
a while that
Which is
if you
cool.
went on a tour, you could purchase one at the end.
Really cool.
Yes.
Honestly, love that
Worth it.
idea. So,
Worth it.
all right,
What's your first bottle, Dan?
we're gonna get into it. We each have 5. First bottle for me.
What's the MSRP on that?
And I'll be real, 80. I bought 2 of these for $100 each. Would do it again, don't regret it. Have blown through 2 bottles of these since they've released. This is batch 2.
Let it begin. H. Taylor single barrel. I don't know what you want from me. Every time we
Let
have
it
a
begin, he
different single barrel, they're just good.
These 2 single barrels are among, I actually, if you gave me a choice,
Yeah.
I would pick an E.H. Taylor single barrel blindly over every mash bill 2 right now.
Yeah, probably.
Like all at retail,
Yeah.
I'd pick that.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Every time we have these, we love them. Every time we
Yes.
have mash bill 2s, we're like, oh, those are good, those are
Yeah.
good, those are good. And then these
They're
are
okay.
like, these are amazing. Some of those are incredible though.
This is always just fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
Like Dan said, some of them get insane. Like they're just such a good single barrel.
Yeah, $80 bottle.
$80. I'd pay like 120. Like I'm being serious.
Yeah, and honestly, like in certain places,
Yeah.
weirdly possible right now.
I've bought them for 100 before. No regrets. I mean, most people would.
Pay 100 for this.
Just kind of telling people what they already do. My bad.
I was right. Penelope Real, by the way. That's fantastic. All right, next bottle. You know what? We want to just do them together.
Yeah, why not?
We'll just skip through the field together on our Jack Daniel's journeys.
Jack Daniel's single barrel proof rye for me.
Yeah.
I think they're one of the best ryes you can get for the money. They're supposed to be. These are both supposed to be $75. They're usually like that 100. I think it's 130, 138. This one's very warm, but this one was our favorite. We've got 3 of them.
So good.
Shout out to Independent Joe for sending this to us. But dude, I would pay a good amount of money to have one of these just to sit around because if I'm reaching for a barrel proof rye,
Yeah.
this is probably my go-to.
Well, the nice thing is these are very findable.
Yeah.
They are different, which is nice. If you find a few different ones, you can pick.
Mm-hmm.
In theory, you can go back and try a different one. We tried 3 in the video where we reviewed it. That was
Yeah.
our favorite, like Sean said. But like we even compared it to the limited
special release
a few
from
years ago,
2020.
and actually that competes with it.
yeah.
And this is
not beats it.
findable.
Yeah.
So mine is the limited edition Jack Daniel's this year, which is the double barrel rye.
We like Jack Daniels.
Listen, Jack Daniel's rye is.
Jack Daniels was known as being like the budget, it's your grandpa's whiskey. And then all of a sudden, about 5 years ago, they said, hold my beer.
Yeah.
And just started putting out insane hitters for value. Like Coy Hill was like $65, $70.
$75, yeah.
One of the best whiskeys I've ever had,
Yeah.
and it was just phenomenal. I mean,
It's a reason they're impossible to find. 'Cause
everything
they're affordable and amazing.
Yeah, everything in the special release bottles, great.
All of them have been good.
Our least favorite one is probably the American single malt.
Probably, but it's just
different.
a single malt.
I like it.
We like bourbon and rye generally more. But we ended up paying $200 for this bottle. That's just under secondary. I think secondary is
No regrets.
$250. This is easily a $130, $150 bottle, like, and still feeling like you didn't get ripped off at all.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Without a doubt. So
Yeah.
I think these are both great. This is very fine.
I got more whiskey in mine though. Considerably more.
Why is that?
Because it's 138 proof. Here's
Yeah, this is
100 proof.
100, isn't it?
You got way more
This is
water.
probably
more.
a 700 mil too. Is that? This is a
750. I got
you
way
got
more
way
whiskey.
more whiskey than I do.
All right, what you got?
Next bottle Amberana finished barrel. I'm gonna read this so everybody actually knows. Barrel Bourbon Cask Finish Series Amberana, edition number 1. It's 5 years old. There you go.
That might be my favorite Amberana
Ever?
Yeah.
It's so good.
RD1, probably a close second
Sure.
for me. Because it is a lower proof. It's not overbearing. That's blended super well.
So good.
The Amberana is just great. And
Well,
I'm a
because they
hater.
took the Amberana and then they put bourbon into it. They blended the bourbon after the Amberana finishing, which is why it made it that way for sure. This is Bourbon-y with some Amberana in the back. Normally, you just get all Amberana in the front. This is $90. I would definitely pay like a $120 for it, and I wouldn't be upset about it at all. Cast strength Amberana is great. It's 116 proof.
I don't actually know SRP on this.
It's probably like $80.
Sure, I paid $150 just to have one at home, and I love it. It's a real problem for me because when I open the bottle, I would like to keep drinking it. I love this bottle. I have no issues
good.
paying $150 for
You
this.
can find them at Neat.
I was gonna say they're still pretty available.
You can find them online at $150.
Online retailers got a bunch of them. You can get it shipped right to your door legally.
Yeah.
Worth it. It's one of the best 12-year whiskeys at like 100 proof. Well, it's 101, but like it's just phenomenal.
Yeah, if you went to Neat, they were just sitting on the shelf at Neat for $150, and it was like, that's a buy.
It reminds me of like the old wild turkeys, like the dusties as we'd call them now.
Yeah.
They're just
It drinks like special turkey. Something's different about it, and it's a good different. It's a happy different. All right, 2 left.
Well, I'll just go up in price. What'd you go to?
Elijah Craig Barrel Proof, very specifically
C.
C923. Very specifically.
Yes,
C923.
that one.
When I say very specifically, I cannot get that through enough. Extremely specifically because A and B were. C was one of the best ECBPs I've had in years.
Yes.
So,
it's 100%.
$80. I would 100% pay up for it without a doubt. I'm in the 120 range.
That'll be
without
top
a doubt.
5 whiskey of the
Yes.
years for us. I guarantee it.
This could. I stand by. If you didn't watch the review, I said this could have been a Parker's release.
Yeah.
And I stand by that 100%.
Yeah. After having the Parker's Rye and then going back to that, I go, yeah, you're right. You're right. I went with the historic entry from the old Woodford. This is a lower proof whiskey. I mean, but it's older lower proof whiskey. Woodford does it very well.
Yeah. One of the very few,
great.
I would say this year there have been 3, and I'm just giving myself a little room.
That's fair.
There would be 3 sub-100 proofers that were very special this year.
Yeah.
That would be one of the
100%.
So,
I mean, so this is definitely one that you can drink. It doesn't burn your tongue off. It has like a really, really like rich, just
lot of flavor.
delicate oak. It's fantastic.
Lot of flavor.
I love this bottle. Would definitely pay. It's 130. I would pay 175.
I honestly, it's really hard to find sub-100 proofers that drink special.
Yeah.
It's very difficult. There aren't a lot of them on market anymore. Like the Rhetorics, some of the Rhetorics, the Lost Prophets, the
Orphan Barrel stuff.
Barter House, all the Orphan Barrels were pretty much like that.
Yeah.
And they've kind of, there aren't as many as those as there used to be.
Yeah.
This is kind of a nice gap filler.
It takes like some nice older whiskey,
Yeah.
like older stocks in there to get it a lower proof and still really get all of bourbon, you know?
How old is this? I wonder how old it is.
I don't know.
Putting the 18 all over the bottle is just
release
trickery.
18.
It's trickery.
Just
is
release
what it is.
18. But this came out at the
Tomfoolery.
beginning of the year, and instantly wrote it down and said that'll be around for whiskey of the year.
We did like that a lot.
Yep.
My expectations weren't that high. Special bottle. Last, but not least, last
Oh,
but
do
most
have-
expensive for both of us.
Yeah, mine's a little bit more expensive. Why
Mine you can buy on the internet for retail.
don't you go first? then?
High West Burreye. I'd pay $150. It's $125. I don't care what anybody says. As one of the biggest Burreye fans on planet Earth, this is one of the best ones they've ever made, and it's definitely the best one since 18, probably since 15. High West Burreye this year was the most expensive it's been, is $125.
It was really, really
You can
good,
get it
though.
shipped from High West website for $125.99.
That's another one, older stocks, under 100 proof.
Yeah.
Drinks very special.
Very old whiskey in there.
Yeah.
This is what I gave myself 3 when I'm thinking low proof bottles for the year. It was that and this.
Yeah.
I don't know what the third is off the top of my head.
Yeah, that's fair.
But right now these are it.
Maybe Gatsby? We haven't had the
we
new
haven't
one
drank it
We haven't
yet,
had the
but
new one
maybe
yet.
it could
Lower
be.
proof.
Definitely
really
could
like
be.
the old
Yeah.
one.
But yeah, High West Burreye from 2023 specifically.
Angel's Envy cask strength. If you guys see the review on, Monday.
Spoiler alert. Sean
I love it.
alludes it.
I love it.
What was retail?
230. Oh, was that?
What would you pay for it?
About 285.
Jeez, oh Pete, dude, that's so wild. Now, mind you, I would pay 300 for Voyage again, so I can't give you too much.
Hear me out. This is usually one of my favorite finished whiskeys of the year every year.
Yeah.
Like it's consistently good. I love the profile. Of
course.
This year's exceptional.
Sure.
I'll pay up for it. I don't care. This is my Great White Buffalo. Sure. Every year, it's something I look forward to.
It's funny because it is a limited. It's as limited. Watch Monday's video, but it is a limited. We know this now, how limited it is. But it's a limited that nobody
cares about.
It's not like a hunt.
No.
Right?
You can usually find them on the shelf.
It's interesting, yeah.
Yep.
For around retail.
Paid over because someone said, found one. I go, I'll take it. Thank you.
At least it's good.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert.
I don't know what you want from me. The
grades are interesting, but
there are definitely whiskeys that it's like completely nostalgia based.
Yeah, sure.
And it's just, it always hits right.
I was gonna say I think that the important part is, I mean, hell, some of these would not be special to. I mean, you don't even like Rio.
I hate Rio,
and I love it.
Yeah.
But it's just one of those things where it's like you wouldn't even pay retail for it. I'd pay up for it. You know what I'm saying? Just it is what it is. It's whatever you like.
Yeah,
these always ring true for you. Always.
Yeah,
so.
Every year I love them.
They're like knockoff Magnus cigar blends.
Hey, excuse you. Excuse you.
Oh, that was our list. That's our 10 though. We did a pretty good job.
It's not even the same finishing, you fuck.
Did a good job. We did. I know, but now going back, you got to watch Monday because I'm going to spoil a bunch of stuff. We compare it to a different one. The findability, Jack Rye's high.
Yes.
Findability, being able to find the turkey, doable. That's manageable if you really gave a shit. This is extremely findable anywhere near and around Utah. I don't know what states they ship to. I just know that you can find it anywhere near that state for sure.
Yeah.
Rio's a little harder to find, but these were found on store shelves for $100. This barrel has to be, these should not be hard to find. This should be easy. I haven't got a real findable list now that I think about it.
The stuff that we're going to pay up for, we pay up for a reason. It's not because we can find it everywhere. These are going to be bottles you have to look for just a little bit.
That's fair.
And I mean, that's why I didn't put some of these other things on there because they're dang near impossible to find.
They were on there at first. I want you guys to know that. Before we started shooting, they were on there.
I cycled through.
He did remove said bottles. I think you could still, this one, it's a questionable find.
All right, and then, Maker's Mark's out. No, I'm just kidding, guys.
All right, we're the Bourbon Junkies. Love you guys. Thank you for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Check out patreon.com if you want barrel picks or Virtue Spirits drops, stuff like that. We love you guys. See you on the other side.
What?
What?